Imtiaz Gul. He's the Executive Director of Center for Research and Security Studies, and he joins me live now from Islamabad. Thank you so much for being with us on the program. First off, I want to get your thoughts on the series of escalations that we've seen happen over the last hour.
Well, I think we see that both countries are caught up in a cyclical pattern of allegations, counter-allegations in a tit-for-tat situation. The Indians took certain measures the day before, and Pakistan responded in kind. And that also because the moment the incident in Pahalgam took place, all the fingers invariably were pointed towards Pakistan without first ascertaining the identity of the people involved and getting any proof as to whether any credible evidence that could link the attackers with Pakistan. So that is the most unfortunate part, and the Indian media then also basically picks up on this and then generates a frenzy that has created a lot of anxiety also in Pakistan, triggering fears that India might now go into a retaliatory mode, led by the measure, the suspension of the Indus Waters Treaty that was arbitrated through the World Bank, and now unilaterally basically suspending it suggests that India might have been working on a certain plan, which a joint task force set up in 2016 by PM Modi had come up with. And the idea, and at that moment, Modi had said that blood and water cannot run together. And this was a reference to the waters that are coming from Upper Riparian India into Pakistan. So I may recall that in February 2019, terrorists killed nearly 40 paramilitary Indian troops in Kashmir. Again, it was Pulwama. And 5 months later, India annexed the Kashmir and made it part of the Indian Union, basically trampling a UN resolution from 1949. And in this case, now India has used the Pahalgam incident as a pretext to basically suspend the Indus Waters Treaty, which a former Indian Indus Water Treaty Commissioner for India, Mr. Saxena, has called as possibly the first step of revoking this international treaty, which would be a violation also of the Vienna Convention. So as a whole, the optics, the semantics are not very good for the bilateral relationship, and we will see tensions will mount further.
Right, and I mean, during political rows like the one that we're seeing happen right now, it's the innocent that are caught up in between for the most part. I know that there are a lot of Indian Muslims, there are a lot of Pakistani residents that live in India that are currently worried. What situation are they in right now?
Sorry, I couldn't get your answer, but if you're talking about the worries about the tension, yes, obviously there are a lot of tension, anxiety also in Pakistan. Just because Pakistan is already in a very tense situation because of internal political discord. And one I must also underline that Pakistan experiences on an almost daily basis terrorist attacks. And almost every month there's a big attack of the scale that we have seen in Pahalgam. And the Indians, pretend innocence in that context when fingers are pointed at them. So both countries are caught up in this blame game. And this has become a cycle, a very pattern in which both countries are caught and both countries follow the moment a big incident takes place without any demonstrable, conclusive evidence of an incident, and then trying to implicate, in this case, Pakistan, without a shred of evidence at the moment.
Indeed. Imtiaz Gul, thank you so much for being with us here on the NewsHour and sharing that insight with us. I appreciate it.